Hey guys, so I am rushing to get this video up for you guys. I just received the 6 brand new shades from Lisa Eldridge, and I'm talking about her Velvet Matte lipsticks. They came really quickly. They were shipped overnight FedEx, and I was thrilled when I got the box. So I will be doing lip swatches. I'll also be doing some arm swatches of all the colors for you. I also have the 3 original red colors, which I will also do some arm swatch comparisons for you, just so you can see, like, if you have the 3 originals, do you need any of these new ones? The colors are quite different, except there was one color between the 2, which I'll show you, that I thought maybe could be kind of similar, but they're not. So first, let me show you the red velvet pouch that these lipsticks came in. So I got all 6 of the colors, but I ordered like 2 of the sets that had 3 of the colors in them. So I ended up with 2 of the velvet pouches, but here's a close-up of what the velvet pouch looks like. It is basically the exact same size and shape as the original, but it is red instead of black, and it has the lovely like matte gold pull on the zipper, which is really lovely. And then here's just a quick shot of the box that the lipsticks come in. Again, the same as the original Velvet Mattes. If you have those, it's the same box for you. Here is a close-up of the ingredients. So if you want to go ahead and pause the video right now, you can kind of read over the ingredients and make sure there's nothing in there that would irritate your lips. And then here is what the bullet packaging looks like. Again, the same as her original Velvet Mattes. It is a matte gold round barrel, and then her monogram is engraved on the top of the cover. The lipsticks have a magnetic closure, and then they just twist up. So why don't I show you close-ups of each lipstick and arm swatches, and then we'll get into the lip swatches. So first we have Velvet Fawn, and this color is just such a beautiful nude, very quote-unquote wearable for the everyday. Next we have Velvet Muse, and this is a beautiful kind of fleshy pink tone. And all of these shades are matte, by the way. The name Velvet Matte should give that away, but just in case you didn't know, all of these shades are matte. And then we have Velvet Decade. This is the deepest of these 3 colors. These 3 colors have the most like neutral tones, so they're a lovely family. And if you watched Lisa Eldridge's latest video, she talks about how you can make like a dark lipstick a little bit more wearable. She talks about how you can ombre them and things like that. So these 3 colors are kind of in a family, and then the next 3 colors are in a family as well. So let me show you the next 3 colors. The first one is Velvet Beauty. And this color, you can see, has a little bit more of like a pinky undertone, so it's cooler in tone. Next we have Velvet Myth. This is a little deeper, but again, there's like the pinky kind of purpley undertone to it. Again, a little bit of a cooler tone than the previous 3. And then finally we have Velvet Midnight, which is a really deep blackberry color. That's what Lisa Eldridge calls this. And it really is, it's so beautiful in person. It really takes your breath away. So these last 3 colors have like a pinky purpley kind of undertone. They're a little bit cooler. So these are a lovely kind of family altogether. Again, if you're kind of into like an ombre lip, or if you want to use one color sort of as liner and then a lighter color sort of all over the lip and then mash them together, she's made it very easy as to which colors you compare with one another, because the undertones in the 2 sets of 3 really work well together. So I was really happy to see that. And then let me go ahead and show you the 3 swatches of the original reds next to the 6 swatches here. So first we have Velvet Morning, and that's the most like orangey kind of bright red color. Next to that we have Velvet Ribbon, which is like just a bright primary red. And then finally we have Velvet Jazz, which is just the most interesting color. It appears almost like it has a brownish tone in the bullet, but when you swatch it, it has more of a cooler tone. So this is the color that I thought may be a little bit close to Velvet Myth, but when I swatched the Velvet Jazz and I swatched it kind of across the top of Velvet Myth and Velvet Midnight, you can see that the undertone is very different, that they really are quite different once you get them on the skin. Okay, so let me go ahead and lip swatch all of these colors. With the lighter colors like Velvet Fawn and Velvet Beauty, I'm just gonna apply them straight from the bullet and show you what they look like from there. With the darker colors, I am going to use a lip brush, and we'll see what happens. I'm not the best at applying very dark lipstick. It takes me a very long time, but fingers crossed. So let's go ahead and start with Velvet Fawn. This again is the lightest of the neutral, and just going to, like I said, just apply it straight from the bullet. So here is Velvet Fawn. I think it's a very flattering nude color. I feel like this is a nude color that rides right down the middle. I think it could work for cooler skin tones. I think it could work for warmer skin tones, but it's one of those nudes that I find very hard to describe. It's not exactly peachy toned. It's not exactly beigey toned. It's definitely not pinky toned. It's sort of like all of those all wrapped into one. I think this is a great nude. I find nudes always kind of lean one way or another, and this one really just kind of like rides right in the middle. So this one is Velvet Fawn, and the next up I have Velvet Muse, and yeah, I'm gonna apply this one straight from the bullet. Here is Velvet Muse. This is, again, another like just such an interesting color. It's not exactly pink. It's not exactly peach. It's not exactly beige or red. It's really kind of like all of those undertones all at the same time. It's so pretty. It really is. I don't know. I feel like this is such a Lisa Eldridge color. It's so feminine. It's so pretty without being too overly girly or too overly precious looking. Like, I really don't think I've come across a color like this. And I don't know if I've mentioned this so far, but I definitely mentioned this in my original video when I talked about the original 3 red velvet mattes. This formula is very comfortable. It slides right on, and they are matte lipsticks, so it's, you know, it's not as comfortable, let's say, as like a moisturizing lip gloss, but for a matte lip color, these are very comfortable. So this is Velvet Muse. And then we have Velvet Decade. So this is the deepest color of that neutral threesome. And I'm definitely gonna need a lip brush for this. So I have my Suku lip brush, and I'm going to just brush it across the bullet here. And I think what I'll do is like line my lips with the lip brush and then fill it in from the bullet. I have a little bit of framework there. Let me go in with the bullet. Okay, there is Velvet Decade on. My lips are already starting to feel a little bit dry just from the swatching, so don't mind that. Don't mind all of my lip wrinkles there. You guys know I love this color. Again, what a beautiful like neutral tone. I don't feel like it's too red or it's too brown. It's definitely not very purpley. It's just, she just does such a wonderful job with like undertones, and I just think it's so complimentary to my skin type. I feel like usually when I put on a really deep color, it either brings out like the red pink in my skin tone, or it makes me look a little bit sallow, kind of depending on the tone. This, I feel like, has kept my complexion kind of like true to what it is, and wow, talk about really nailing like neutral, like true neutral undertone for a color. This is amazing. Absolutely beautiful. So that is Velvet Decade. All right. I just had to put a little concealer on around my lips because after all that wiping away, I kind of wiped away all the foundation around there. So just added a little bit of concealer. Let's move on to this cooler toned threesome. I'm going to start with Velvet Beauty. This is the lightest of the 3. Oh my gosh, what a pretty pink. So here is Velvet Beauty. This is definitely a pink I don't think I have in my collection, but it's really fun. It's like more fun than it looks in the bullet. I thought it was going to be, I don't know, a little bit more subdued, but it's actually pretty bright on the lips, I find. I really like this a lot. You guys know how much I like kind of like the bright orange red lip color. I think this is a really nice, like cool toned alternative to that. Oh, this is really beautiful. So this is Velvet Beauty. Next up we have Velvet Myth. I have a feeling this one's gonna look brighter on the lips than it does in the bullet also. Wow, this application sucks. I'm so sorry. Okay, that's the best I can do with this application. I am so sorry. This looks kind of sucky. I'm so sorry. But let's just focus on the color. Oh, my lips are starting to dry out, so I'm sorry. If it's looking patchy down here, it's just from all of this swatching. My lips are so chapped right now, screaming for help, but that's okay. So this one is Velvet Myth, and this is another one. I thought it was going to look pretty straightforward. If you look at it in the bullet, I was like, oh, okay, it's just going to be kind of like a raspberry color. But there's something about the Lisa Eldridge colors, they always look like they're glowing in some way, like kind of like a glowing from within, almost like I put this color over like a fluorescent color or something. But no, it's all just this color. Oh, it's really, really stunning. Okay, let's get this off and let's get this last color on, the Velvet Midnight. I'm really excited for this. Okay, I'm grabbing a different brush. I'm gonna try my Esom W19 brush. So I'm gonna go in with this brush into the Velvet Midnight. Whew, send me strength, okay. Okay, I'm gonna start there and I'm gonna apply from the bullet. Okay, I needed to find a lip liner to help me out because I'm desperate. I'm desperate at this point. So I have my Esom Dual Lip Pencil in Plum and I'm using the darker end and I'm just gonna fill in the edges here. Okay, there is Velvet Midnight on the lips. Wow. That is quite the color, very, very dramatic. I definitely recommend using a lip pencil with it. And again, this plum color from Esom is a perfect, perfect match. But I just love this tone. I love the like tones of all of these. I love the first three because they're neutral, and I love these last three because they just have a hint of a cooler tone to them. They're not too cool toned with too much blue underneath where it makes my skin look really, really pale. I feel like you can still see a bit of like the flush in my cheeks, and it's because she left like a little bit of warmth in this color. Oh, it's just perfect. Absolutely perfect. Love this color. In fact, I think I'm gonna wear this color for the rest of the day. I just love it so much. So those are the 6 new Velvet Matte lip colors from Lisa Eldridge. I absolutely love them. The last time I checked, 3 of them were still available. So the 2 darkest lip colors are still available. So the Midnight and the Decade. The Decade was, again, a little bit more neutral than this, has less like kind of purpley undertones. And Fawn is still available. This color, if you're into neutrals, pick up this color, and you like mattes, of course. You have to like a matte lip. This is beautiful, a neutral nude matte lip color. This is still available on the website the last time I looked. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this like quick intro to the 6 new colors from Lisa Eldridge. Absolutely gorgeous. I really encourage you to go look at her video. I'm sure you guys have already, but to watch her video on how to play with these colors, how to use like the darker lip colors, how you can just sort of pat them onto the lips and you can use it in sort of a sheer way, which I think would be really, really nice. There's no need to go like full Morticia all the time, although I don't mind at all. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.